Hello guys, that it is. We are again back for the watch along of the matches, and here we are having Bayern facing Benfica at the Alliance, whereas the Arsenal, Mikel Arteta's men have travelled to Inter's home of the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium. This is the Champions League night, and late nights, a total of so many matches being played every day, and it is getting too tiring to watch. But yes, we are the football enthusiasts, and we are definitely going to have those trends. Whereas the likes of Paris Saint-Germain and the likes of Diogo Simeone's Atletico Madrid, who have traveled to Parc des Princes for this game, as well as Stuttgart, we will be having a watch of this where they are facing Atlanta at their home of MHP Arena. So yes, not wasting much of your time, let us just get into the lineups where we are having that of Stuttgart. This is Bayern facing Benfica. Some sort of changes has been made in the team from the previous lineup. Right back Lima has been changed to the right backs, whereas Guerrero was there in the previous lineup. And yes, the same team company is trying to be invincible in the Champions League, but yes, he is doing good in the Bundesliga. But the talks of Benfica, Bruno Lage, they haven't faced a defeat in their Champions League as well as they are doing in their Liga Portugal. They are few points behind Sporting CP. So definitely some of the changes are there. Renato Sanchez is there in the midfield. He is from the Bayern previous 2019 and 20 season, as well as Araujo, Silva and Otamendi on the backs. So yes, the likes of Di Maria in this squad is not for Bruno Lage, but he will definitely come for the substitutions. And talking about the injuries of the players, they are being the likes of three players for Benfica. They are their prime, but in this season they haven't been seen much. The likes of Cristiani, Berrerio and Guevara are injured for Benfica, whereas that of Hiroki, Ito, Joseph, Stanisic, Sacha Boy as well as Pavlovic from Bayern are injured. So that was all about Bayern and Benfica, but we will be having a watch along of Inter and Arsenal as well. Yes, Inter are undefeated, Arsenal are undefeated. So what is going to be their likes? Because the Martinez and Tenemy in the forwards, whereas Arsenal we go for that 4-4-2 with Havertz and Trossard in their forwards. But yes, the injuries of Arsenal are a bit concerned. That of Tierney, Calafiori, Tomiyasu and Declan Rice. Talking about the player Calafiori who was on this summer transfers to the Gunners, and he must be having some sort of time which he does need in to some cooperate in the Arsenals. Just me let have a more specific look at it. And yes, talking about PSG and Atletico Madrid, both of them definitely need a win out of here, because it is some sort of tactics which they are going to be implementing in the game. And yes, that will definitely add some boost to both Luis Enrique as well as Diogo Simeone. But the likes of Barcola, Asensio as well as Dembele in the forwards, and Simeone, Griezmann and Anvales are there. But talking about their injuries, Aspilicueta, Gimenez, Robin Lee Normand as well as Marcus Llorente, Thomas Lemmer are also injured. So what are the options which they are going to? Just give me a second, guys. Yes, there it is. So yeah, we are having that of Kimpembe, Lucas Hernandez and Gonzalo Ramos from the Paris Saint-Germain. They are also injured. So much of worries for the teams in the Champions League, because the players are injured, and the match links for all of these matches are in the video description given over, as well as in the channel description. You can have a look at of there also. Whereas Stuttgart facing Atlanta, Atlanta is also the team who is undefeated in this Champions League, whereas Stuttgart is not having that stint with Sebastian Hoeneß, but Gasperini and his men, they are really doing too good. Talking about the likes of Belanova, Demisti, and Dirun and Ederson, they have just defeated Napoli, Antonio Conte's team in the Serie A, who were at the top of the table, have been just eliminated by the Atlantas 3-0 thumping victory over them the previous weekend. So yes, Gasperini against Sebastian Hoeneß, this will be also a epic match. But last but not the least, the Spaniards, the Catalans, Barcelona, the La Masia Academy under Hansi Flick are doing too good. And yes, Hansi Flick with the likes of Casado, De Jong back from injury in the midfields, as well as that of Pedri. So yes, there are much expectations from Barcelona. They have defeated Real Madrid at Santiago, as well as they have defeated Bayern, the two great giants of European football. So that is it. But Red Star Belgrade under Vladan Milovic just need to have some sort of consolation from this game. They won't be going for those victories or those goals, but yes, they could get some kind of training in them. And this is what this Champions League is all about, because players definitely need to have those kind of characters build up, and as well as they need to get those strategies involved, because if that is not going to be that aspect in their complete schedule, because you are playing just 8 matches over here, and just have a look that if after the pot draws the original Champions League matches are going to definitely come. Looking at the table over here, just have a look at here, guys. Liverpool is there. They have played four and won four out of them. This is a very good. But just look at their wins as well as the goal difference. They are on a 9 goal difference at the top of the table. So yes, for me, if you talk about Liverpool, they are next to face Real Madrid, as well as they don't have much of the elite clubs left in their schedules. Whereas talking of Sporting CP, they are having Monaco is on the third. This is a very good commitment from the players of Monaco. They defeated Barcelona, as well as they had those trend moments. They are really doing good. Borussia Dortmund, despite their ugly performances in the Bundesliga, but in the Champions League, Dortmund are really doing good. They had just lost a game against Real Madrid. That is what they have lost in this Champions League. And apart from that, they have won all the 3 games. So Dortmund under Nuri Sahin are totally made for this Champions League or not. We will definitely have a see after the end of this season. But yes, Aston Villa under Unai Emery, they got their defeat today. Can you just believe it? Aston Villa had a defeat today at the Champions League. So yes, most of the teams, Manchester City also got their defeat. They will be doing good, but unless from the injuries, if you talk about Manchester City to recover or to overcome, they have to get their centre backs as well as those defensive midfields. And in the January windows, definitely something is going to crop up. But as Guardiola at the end of his venture at Manchester City, is he going to extend his contract, or is he going to just get out of Citizens jerseys and get some other club? So it will be a huge watch to look at the end of the season as well. But yes, talking about Brest, they are doing, because just look at them. Out of their 3 games, they have won two, one loss, one draw. That is, Brest is doing good, as well as in their league, they are also performing well. Inter, on the other hand, are decent. Arsenal are also looking decent. Juventus, Thiago Motta's Juventus is having some kind of character build up in them. In the Serie A table, they are also looking good, and as well as in the Champions League, they are fighting. This team is looking somewhat renewed from the old likes of the Juventus players, and a complete fresh new players are playing under Thiago Motta, and he is definitely doing those miracles for Juventus. Leverkusen, Bayer Leverkusen, just look at their, Xabi Alonso with those players. If he would have got those signings, the Bayer Leverkusen management, if they would have just allowed those major signings, and yes, in the winters of, in the winter transfers, there are some sort of things that Leverkusen is going to sell some of their elite players, as well as their elite players are willing to leave Leverkusen. But yes, Bundesliga is the league where new players are born. They are just given those types. But yes, Lille and Celtic getting their wins, they have done those miracles, winning 50% of their matches. Barcelona is on the 15th, winning two and a loss. So yes, all in all, just see guys, the total number of teams for this is 36, but you have to be in the top 24. So I guess majority of the clubs won't be focusing on winning every matches out of these 8 matches, because there has been news that many managers are just going for those prime matches because they have to focus on their league as well. So the number of matches being so high this year, as well as the FIFA Club World Cup going to start next year. So the players need to be fit. I mean, if they are in injuries, how can you just play your game? That is the most concerning thing about here. But yes, the performance as well as the fans, they definitely need that their team should get those victories. So that was all about this. We will be having the total overview of this very well, and we will have a complete watch. But now here we can see that the players are moving on to their dressing rooms, and they can be seen just holding their boots tight, stepping onto the ground. So what is in store over here? That will be a definite watch to look over here. So yes, just move it to this screen. This will be convenient. That is what it is. This screen looks good. So yes, Bayern have just stepped into the ground. They are seen somewhat practicing, but Inter and Arsenal, they are just going for those. And yes, before the start of the Champions League, the flash floods which happened at Valencia in Spain, I mean, that was some sort of a natural disaster, and many people have suffered. So some sort of peace for them. May they get those rest, and definitely we will pray that they take those things too good, and the government over there as well as their leaders take good help of their citizens. So there is a moment of condolences for all of them. Just wait for those 1 minute. This is the trend which is going on for the Champions League matches. I mean, this is what football is meant, and we have to go for these moments, because unity in all and playing with all different colors, all creeds, all religions, no but for football. This motivation of the Champions League, as well as this respect being given to the flash floods, this is a huge moment. We should all just have it in us and give those respect to them as well. So yes, Inter Milan is getting ready, as well as the likes of Arsenal. They are looking solid. Bisek, De Vrij, as well as Pavard. So yes, our lineups were quite good, and we had just given it complete right. Just look at it. This is the Inter Milan squad which they are going to face, and they will definitely. So our lineups are matching with that of the official lineups. And yes, those of you who want to have these lineups as well as the match details, they can just give those links. They are available in the video description. With this app as well as the website, you can have all the details about the players, mostly which is required. And apart from that, if you require any more details about the players, you can DM me on my Insta account, as well as my FB account, as well as my WhatsApp details are given in the channel description as well as in the video description. Just scroll down a bit and you will get those links over here. So yes, let me just put a Q&A over here. That will Bayern get the victory? Will Bayern get victory today? I mean, will Bayern get big victory today? what about Inter? So yes, there is a Q&A over here that will Bayern get that big victory today, and what is about that of Inter and Arsenal? What are they going to get out of this game? So yes, do stay tuned, guys. The matches are about to get started. So yes, there is a delay where Bayern are going to face Benfica, but the game between Inter and Arsenal has started. Will they go for those early goals? Are Mikel Arteta's men going to press high, or they are going to stay a bit deep? We will just switch on to the game between Bayern and Benfica, but we are having just a watch because the game between Inter and Arsenal has started. So it is good to have a watch of that. Instead, I have just switched this screen over here and we can get these things clear. Yes, here it is. This is the lineup. Can Gnabry score today? Or is that going to be Olise scoring? Harry Kane is getting those goals, but he has to perform for those big moments, as well as the likes of Musiala getting on the score sheets will be good. But just see, I mean, Vincent Company has stuck to Olise, the new signing, and the absence of Leroy Sané due to some injuries, the hip injuries, as well as those muscle injuries. And as well as Pavlovic is missing from the midfield, the new signing Palina. So Bayern are in some kind of transition phase, you can say, because in the midfield they are having Palina. He is new to the squad, as well as there is Olise. He is also new to the squad. So, what is that going to happen today? Will be a much concern for these players. But looking at Benfica's team, I mean, Kapure is the player. He has been brought in. There are some injuries, but Renato Sanchez, this is the player. He is from the Bayern. He is knowing. But Amdoni, I mean, if you talk about this player, there is a player who was from Burnley, and yes, this is that player Amdoni. I mean, Vincent Company must be having the details about this player Amdoni because he was there with Vincent Company at Burnley. So he will be having those details what that player is going to do. So this will be the concern because see, Amdoni is that player. He has played for Benfica and Vincent Company, Burnley. He was at Burnley and Vincent Company was also there. So regarding Amdoni, Vincent Company must be having those stats. I mean, what he is going to do or what are his moves, what are his specialties. So definitely some kind of strategies he would have developed against the likes of Zeki Amduri, the Swedish player from Burnley on loan to Benfica. But yes, the likes of what more players can and me Di Maria is there. Pavlidis has been dropped. Just look at it. Di Maria and Pavlidis, they will be coming for the super substitutions. These are the two tactics which Bruno Lage has made, and yes, Benfica are really doing good because talking about their table, Benfica are at the number 3. Just look at it, they have got those wins. I mean, out of their 9 matches they have played in the Liga Portugal, they have won their 7 games, as well as they are close to Porto, as well as Sporting CP. They are 8 points behind Sporting CP because Sporting CP is doing miracles at Liga Portugal, and they have won against Manchester City because City's men were bit injured. Guardiola's men just couldn't give their best, but then also they are doing well. But what about Ruben Amorim getting transferred to Manchester United? I mean, that will be the moment where Sporting CP must need to get those managers back into the action, as well as they can be the availability of few players going from their winter transfers. So yes, Benfica is doing good, and this match is definitely going to prove something which company has to show, and he has to prove in this game because it has been 2 Champions League defeat for him, one on one, and these were the 2 Champions League matches he faced. But he got that first win, but it was against those Menos. That is not the concern which there should be a watch. So yes, this is some strategy which Bruno Lage has done, and he hasn't playing Vangelis, I mean Paldivis as well as Di Maria in the first. These two are the players that will be on the look. But yes, Koksu and Akutagolu, these two are also doing good because look at Akutagolu. I mean, he is doing good at Benfica. He is from the academy of Galatasaray. He was there 4 years and now he is at September 24. But just look at it. I mean, this player Karim Atugoglu, he has, I mean, scored 8 goals in his 10 games at Benfica. So this player, he has just suited well, and his positioning and his sense of awareness will definitely give. But winning against Bayern at the Allianz Arena is a uphill task, and it is a bit impossible task. But then also, what is going to happen in this game? It will be a great watch to have because every team from the Champions League, they are going to get those wins, and it is definitely going to be the big ones, the big guns who are going to perform. So yes guys, do stay tuned to it, and those of you who are watching this stream, give us those likes, those share and those subscribe moments because your support means a lot to us. That is Hoeneß. He can be seen on the screen. The Bayern management committee over there waiting to witness this game. All the flags are red over here, waiting for those Mias and Mia moments. What a stadium alliance is. Just look at it, guys. I mean, this looks really, I mean, this stadium looks really amazing. Every fan of football must be having that dream of going to Allianz and just playing over there and scoring those goals for Bayern. That is my dream also. But I don't think so that I can get those goals over there or I can play. But to be at the Alliance, this is a dream come true for many football fans as well as mine. That is Thomas Muller as well as Pavlovic seeing on the benches. That is Ribery. We can see him, the legend of the band standing over there. I'm in love with this stadium, guys. I mean, this love is something special. But what, the game is starting a bit late. So two of them are meeting, and this is the number of meetings which they had is that of a total of five meetings where Bayern have won all of them in the past 10 years. To take into the account only one draw, and all of them are the major wins where Bayern has got those 5-2, 4-0, 5-1, 2-0, 1-0 victories. So there are expectations of Bayern getting those 4 to 5 goals, whereas there are expectations that Benfica under Bruno Lage they will also be on the score sheet. That will be also a lookout over here. Come on, guys, get those goals incoming. Play your best. That is Otamendi. He can be seen on the likes. Otamendi is a World Cup winning player from Argentina. He is now a bit old, but then also it will be too critical because if that is his day, he is a monster. Yes, the official referee who is over there is that of David Massa for this Bayern Munich and Benfica game. He is the official referee for this game. The game is about to begin, but yes, the national anthem will be sung over there. That is the UEFA song. I mean, which version of this UEFA anthem you guys just like? You can give those links to me also. Just look at these men in red. I mean, they look magnificent. Who is that who has scored so early? Damn, a goal so early. Which team has scored? Inter and Arsenal, PSG and Atletico, Stuttgart and Atlanta. But which team has scored, guys? It is that Barcelona has scored. Damn, just look at it. Barcelona has scored, and that is Martinez on the score sheet. Can you believe it, guys? What is Barcelona doing? I mean, just look at it. I mean, that is Barcelona. They have scored in 13 minutes. That is Martinez. This is huge. This is huge. Just look at their lineups. I mean, Martinez must have got that header. But yes, we will have that watch of Bayern and Benfica over there because we have to get those score sheets counting. So, who is the other team which has scored? Lineup is there ready for you guys. Referee being bit experienced, but hope he doesn't make those VR controversial decisions because those are very tormenting and it takes a toll out of everyone. PSG has scored. Just look at it, guys. Zaire Emery from PSG has scored so early. So yes, goals are incoming on this match day, and teams are scoring those. What is in store for your team, guys? Do get those things quite ready because this Champions League, the games, I mean, this season is so long and anything can happen. But this game is taking bit long. So yes, it has started and the lineups are over here. There is a delay in the telecast. A moment of silence for the floods in Valencia. That was something which wasn't expected, but that was unfortunate. That was some kind of natural disaster, and hope the government over there as well as the officials must be working hard to get those lives safe, whoever are there in need of it. So these floods in Valencia, a moment of silence for them, which is being maintained every matches in the Champions League. This is the new trend which the UEFA has just introduced. So here we go. The whistle blows. Who are the big guns? Get that goals incoming, guys. No need of committing mistakes. Just take your time, get the things done, and give your best. So yes, that is Benfica and that of Bayern. The game has started. There are the likes of Amdoni as well as Aktugolu, but there is Renato Sanchez. Just look at it. Renato Sanchez played at Bayern. He is there playing at Benfica and against Bayern. So Otamendi is staying in the mid center back position. He is that build up type of attitude going to get some. That is the job which they are going to play because it is their number seven, the likes of Amdoni, who is going to make those moves. And let me tell you one thing again, guys. Amdoni is has played at Burnley and Vincent Company was in charge of Burnley in the previous season. So yes, Company must be having those details of Amdoni. He must be having those aspects what Amdoni is capable of. Pavlovic is staying down. Upamecano, Lima, Olise, back to Upamecano, Manuel Neuer, Kim. So yes, three centre backs staying for Bayern. This is good. This is what is needed. Palina is staying down. That is what needed. This formation looks stable. Kimmich is staying on the midfields. Musiala to Davis on the left wings. Musiala again. Again, the Bayern centre back. Just look at this gameplay, guys. I mean, the centre back so high. Olise to the right wings. Lima, Upamecano back to Minje. What a through ball that was from Minje. That was a lofted. So, what do you guys think? Minje is practicing those lofted through balls? Gnabry is that player which is definitely in the household names. He was in the household names for Bayern. I mean, not in the previous season, but before that, he was there on the score sheets as well. But we need to get those goals incoming from Serge Gnabry. Palhina, Lima, Lise, Musiala. There are seven players from Bayern, but no, that was a block. So that is what Benfica will try to do. They will get those counters, and that is what you need to have if you want to get those goals against Bayern. Because winning at Allianz is not that easy to peasy job you can get over here. Minje to Gnabry, Davis. That was a left footer cross from Gnabry into the box, but yes, safe into the hands of Trubin. Yes, guys, to tell about Trubin, the goalkeeper from Benfica, he is also a one good, decent one. So some sort of winter climate there at Germany, but yes, the whole of the season there it remains bit cold. Palina to Kimmich. Kimmich is staying wide on the right backs. Upamecano and Kim. Kim has got Harry Kane. That is Davis. No, that was a missed pass. Just look at this play. I want this Palina play like this. Just look at that interception from Palina. He is good in those positions. Don't just play Palina up high. Stay him on the defensive midfields. He is a destroyer attitude and he does those jobs too good. I want to I want Palina to stay with the likes of Upamecano and Kim. He does that job too good. Limo with that control over ball. Back to Upamecano. Kim. But just look at Palina again. He has to drop a bit deep when there is some kind of passings in between Kim and Upamecano. He has to be those interlinks. I mean, if Upamecano as well as Kim are playing on the center backs, there has to be someone linking both of them. Because those were the moments where Vincent Company tried for those two center backs with those two DMFs of Kimmich as well as that of Palina staying together, making those square boxes, but that is not which is needed of the hour. There has to be some stability in the center backs with the likes of some strong player. Yes, Palina is strong. He is 190 centimeters height. He has got those 85 kgs of weight. He is a destroyer. He can do all those goods at the defensive midfields as well as in the deeper center backs. Whereas Kimmich can be used on the right midfields or in the defensive midfields. That is number 28, Renato Sanchez. I mean, number 85, Renato Sanchez, as well as Cabero. They both are two fast guys. If you look at the stats of Sanchez, he is fast as well as Cabore, he is fast. So that is why Cabore has been kept on the right midfields where there are the likes of Alfonso Davis as well as Gnabry. Gnabry outside the box. Can he get a cut in? No, that was a block. That was Silva with that tackle. My mistake, that was Araujo. So yes, both Araujo and Silva with the likes of Otamendi. But Sanchez and Orsnes as well as Koksu, these players are giving good. Fernandez is from Spain. He is a good player. Some sort of mistakes from Davis to control that ball outside the box. Large is doing good, but this is Alliance. Turbine with that shot. Just look at the top view of the stadium and how Benfica is spreading their field into those far wings. Fernandez back to Silva. That is Amdoni trying to make those moves. So Benfica trying to get the hold of the position, trying to get those passes in the midfield. So yes, there is a Q&A over here, guys. That what do you guys think that who is going to win the games today? Because lots of setbacks were there in the previous night. Many of the elite teams got their loss, some with injuries, and yes, the underdogs getting those wins are definitely giving a boost to their team. That is honest. He was trying to find Amdoni. Both Amdoni and the likes of Ataglu. I mean, Aktur Man, that is too tough to pronounce. Aktur yes. Aktur. How do you pronounce this player, Aktur? If any of you who knows about it, do tell me. Bayern definitely needs to get some new goalkeepers in their squad as well because Manuel Neuer is on the verge of retirement after this season. He has taken his voluntary retirement from the national teams, the Deuce national. I mean, from the Germans, we will never have to see Manuel Neuer again at the goalkeeping positions. He has done those jobs. He is that legendary status, and he must take those rest which is required. Kabore and Akurkoglu doing some moves, but that is Kimmich in the midfields. That is a tackle to Renato Sanchez. Renato Sanchez has played for Bayern 2018 and 19. He was the player over there. He hadn't played those games, but yes, he was there. And he has previously played against Bayern also. Benfica. Kimmich in the midfield. Paul Leimer. So yes, that is Leimer against Fernandez. Fernandez from Spain and Leimer from Austria. A good combination to watch on the right midfields. That is a corner. Kimmich. That is a corner again. Akturkoglu. Akturkoglu just got that touch to his. I mean, what a touch that was. That is a free kick, and it is quite near. So yes, in the first 11 minutes, that is a good position from Bayern so far in this game. Some sort of interactions, and that is Olise with that cross, but that was a deflection. Good job. Araujo did that deflection. The number 44. Vincent Company is having all his trust with Mikel Olise regarding these crosses, regarding his playings on the field. Yes, Olise is a good player, but definitely there has to be some sort of That is a good cross from Kimmich, but that is Turbin. So yes, one-on-one corners coming for Bayern in the first 12 minutes. This is the third corner of the game which is going to be taken. But look at it, there were no players to take those headers. At least someone should try. But the ball is nowhere near it, or the players are nowhere near the box. Elise with that cross, Harry Kane, that was close, man. Elise again with that cross, Kim no denied, Upamecano, Harry Kane, back to Davis. That is Harry Kane to the left wing, trying for that cross. Yes, he has. That was Upamecano. Just look at him. I can see goals incoming, guys. I can see goals incoming for Bayern. But their pressing is not getting too directional. No, that was some kind of deflection. That was Silva who got that deflection to that Harry Kane's header. So Silva has got that interception for that first header from Harry Kane. Palina, Gnabry, Benfica. Benfica is not pressing high, they are staying deep and are looking to regain their possession. Upamecano back to Manuel Neuer. Oof. Champions League nights are so deadly and so energy drowsy. I mean, we wait for these moments, doing all our work the whole day and watching the matches. This is not an easy job. And yes, to make videos about that, it is not that easy also. So that is offside. The flags has been raised. Just look at it. It was, who is that? Palina or Kim? Yes, Kim is the man. He is marking Amdoni. In this game, Kim has to perform against Amdoni. If you don't need to concede goals, you have to perform. Both Amdoni and that Aktoglu, I mean that pronunciation Aktur Koglu is the player. Both are the players. They can go for those damages. That is Upamecano. He is over speeding. So yes, Aktur Koglu is being man marked by Upamecano and Amdoni is being man marked by Kim. Manuel Neuer get that clearance. Yes, he has. Davis. Davis back to Palina. Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer tries to find Kimmich. Yes, Kimmich has that control. No, that was Lamo. Harry Kane trying to move a bit fast. What was that left footer from Kane? Palina, Kimmich. Davis, Gnabry, Gnabry against Cabore is a good watch to have. That is Akturkoglu. Kim Min-jae with that tackle. Yes, that is a good tackle. So yes, Akturkoglu and that of Amdoni are staying high up on that pitch and they are up against Kim and Upamecano. Palina staying deep, Kimmich, Davis. I mean, this is looking a bit absurd because every time company goes with those four in the box with two center backs and two defensive midfields, that is some sort of manpower involvement in the midfields which is not required. That is what creates those type of opportunities for the opposition. So 18 minutes into the game, still not a goal incoming from the Alliance. Otamendi to Cabore, Raujo, back to Otamendi, Silva. Silva is going for Koksu. So yes, the gameplay is quite evident in the first 20 minutes that Benfica is not going for those positions. They are going for those defensive aspects, and it is Bayern who has to just move high up and do those press and get those goals incoming. Davis, Musiala into the box. No, he was a bit slow over there, but just look at that tackle from Otamendi. I told you previously also, guys. I mean, my earlier just verdict. No, that wasn't Otamendi. That was Arau. But yes, Otamendi is that he just comes for those aggressive presses. That is where either Olise or Musiala or Harry Kane they can get those opportunities to cut into their defense. They make with that cross. Rubin is doing good. Benfica's goalkeeper Rubin is really doing those deflections. He is parrying away those balls. Kimmich finding Gnabry. No, that is again a interception. Kim Limer back to Manuel Neuer. Kim again. Davis. Palhina. Musiala. Davis again. Palhina. I mean, this is what I am saying. Just look in the midfield. That is again Palhina moving up, and Kimmich has to do that job deep from the midfields. And it is all left for Upamecano and Kim at the centre backs to do those jobs. Some sort of formation glitch which company is having. It is quite evident in this first half of 20 minutes. Vincent Company is having those glitch in this first half. If you are trying to outnumber the other defense, you have to get your players up on the attacking aspects. But if you are staying in the midfields, then who is going to get those? I mean, outnumbering in the opposition's box. This is what Benfica is doing. Their strategy, Bruno Lage is just assisting the likes of Atakoglu on the sidelines, giving him the instructions. So that is a time waste management from from Benfica. Rubin has deflected few of those chances which could have been a header. But Benfica is doing good in the Champions League as well as they are doing good in the Liga Portugal. Talking about Sporting CP, they are at the top. They have won all 10 out of 10. But then also, Benfica under Bruno Lage is doing good. They have won 7 out of their 9 games. Davis 1-on-1 against Cabore. Back to Neuer. Neuer goes for those far right wings. That is what the defensive aspects is a bit concerning. Palina has to stay deep, man. Palina has to stay deep. Company is doing something wrong over here. Yes. Just look at on the 23rd minutes and 10 seconds. Gnabry is out of form. He just can't get those first touches good these days. So suddenly, some of the Bayern midfields are looking overpopulated in the midsection. So yes, Benfica has got that first free kick of the game. That is Koksu. I mean, how do you pronounce this? I don't know. Otamendi taking that free kick back to Hernanes. That is Kabore on the right wings. But yes, the flag has been raised. This is some offside. Oh. So Kabore is also having a good speed, guys. Kabore playing against Davis. It will be good to watch. Can he overtake the speed of Davis? He has to make those clinical moves from the wings. Kim to Gnabry, back to Kim. Musiala dropping down, getting that from Kim. Davis. Davis is dribbling to the midfields, but that is a tackle from Kabore. The first card of this game, and it is Kabore who has got that tackle to Davis. Hope Davis is not injured. I mean, what a tackle that was. It should be given a red card. You're tackling from behind. Kabore must be given a red card for this. How can you tackle? I mean, this is what the deficit in the team. It comes with the injuries. Such type of tackles must not be allowed in the game. Olise not having that stint so far in this game. He is being man marked very well. The likes of Fernandez being there. Polina to Musiala. Musiala is dribbling. Can he find Gnabry? Gnabry with that shot. Gnabry is just lost. Damn, what is that? I mean, why it has disconnected? Just let me have one look over here. Damn, man. Damn, my camera just disconnected. How pathetic it is. Damn, it was my camera and it just got disconnected. Oof, thank God. I could just connect it back. I hope the stream is working fine. Yes, it is. Yes, the stream is working fine. Thank God everything got restored. Guys, there was some sort of electricity failure and my camera got disconnected. So, yes, it is now back and we have restored the camera. So, no goals yet been scored, but some kind of opportunities is not even being seen by both the teams. Bayern is a bit looking possessive, but they are not making those moves, whereas Benfica is playing too strict in their defensive aspects. The only card, Isa Kabore getting that yellow card, a booking 75% of possession from Bayern, only 25% from Benfica. But talking about these shots, two shots being taken by Bayern, Benfica are doing in their defensive aspect. They are denying those midfield passes as well as in the edge of the box, those moments. But yes, Gnabry is looking stale. Let me get it clear, guys. Serge Gnabry is looking stale over here. Harry Kane moving in with that shot, but it was straight for Trubin. That was the first movement from Harry Kane. I can see him moving. This is what you have to do. This is what is needed. You have to make those moves. Just passing and goaling is not that efficient, which can be achieved. I mean, especially after the coming of Vincent Company, I have seen that much of those striking aspects. Only say with that left footer, no, that was a header interception. Polina to Gnabry, Davis, Kim, Polina, Upamecano, Lima. That is Fernandez. He has got that tackle win against Olise. Olise is not looking good, but it was Kimmich who finally came to that rescue. Clearance by Neuer, Harry Kane, Olise, Musiala. Run, man, run fast. What the hell are you waiting? Harry Kane inside the box. Dang. That shot didn't have that power to it. What a counter movement that was. There was Olise as well as Harry Kane. But that left footer from Harry Kane just couldn't have that much power to it. Davis cutting in. Benfica are playing deep down in their defense. So many players in their defense. This is what company is lacking because apart from his pressing high up, he has got no strategies in the midfield. That is disheartening for Bayern right at this moment. They are having those positions, but in the midfield, they are not getting those moves good. Upamecano to Lima, 33 minutes of gameplay. Kim, Davis, Davis to Gnabry. Musiala is there. Benfica is moving down in their defense, so yes, you have to press from the front attacks. You have to get their defense deep. But the forward lines of Bayern are not getting too deep in their defense because if the forwards of the Bayern get deep into their box, then only they are going. Just look at it. Benfica is not playing that high centre back lineup. They are going deep. So yes, the Bayern forwards have to go deep in their defense. That will create some. I mean, a space will be created just on the edge of the box. Those are the places where you have to take those shots. Kimmich to Paulina, back to Min Jae Kim, Kimmich to Lima. If there would have been a striker over here, I mean, in place of Harry Kane, who was having that running capabilities, Harry Kane is staying deep. He has to press those wide movements. In the build-up, especially in the thirds and the fourths, Bayern is struggling. And Gnabry as well as Olise, they are being just denied of any opportunities to get hold of that ball. Especially Gnabry and Olise are not looking good. Musiala has made some of the moves, but then also the Benfica defense is doing too good. Benfica is denying Bayern of clear chances and they are playing too good. This is what the Champions League is meant, guys. Every team gives their best in this. This is what the performance of the Champions League is oriented for all the clubs. Another aspect from Paulina, you can have a look over here that whenever Paulina is getting that ball from those press in the defensive midfields, he is not passing that to any of the forwards. He is giving it back to his own defense. Davis, Gnabry, Gnabry is so less of speed. Kim has got Harry Kane inside the box. They are tackling too good, man. I mean, suddenly the speed of Bayern players, especially from the likes of Harry Kane, Kimmich with that cross from the left pole with his right feet. Olise with that cross. Yes, Upamecano was there. Upamecano again, a header chance. Damn, that is goal denied. How can you do that? What a block. I mean, two shots so deadly. Block by to win. I mean, just look at it. Turbine is doing that job good, but yes, like just take some of the recap of that shot, how that ended, and it was not a goal. They are denying Bayern of any clear chances, especially inside the box. They are staying deep in the defensive aspects, but in the deep line midfields, Bayern is having, those possibilities where they can't get. Damn, it is a cold kick. So yes, one on one, head to head, both of these teams, they really need to have those moments. Olise has got that ball. He is moving into the midfields. That is Palina over there to Lima. Lima is not having that control. What was that? Corner for Kimmich as well as Bayern. Can that be some sort of mishaps in the Benfica defense to get in the end of the first half? Damn, just look at it. Amduni is that is a goal and Bayern has conceded. No. Davis is the man being targeted. Is he injured? That was a bad tackle, man. That player must be given a card. Just look at Amdoni. What a bad tackle that was. Why is there no card being shown to him? Such a bad tackle it is. I mean, at least a card should be shown. Why the cards are not being given? David Mesa, this refereeing is getting worse, man. You have to, you have to give those cards. Inter and Arsenal are onto the halftime. Inter has scored. PSG and Atletico Madrid both are on a draw of one goal each. Stuttgart and Atlanta are on own goal, whereas Red Star Belgrade and Barcelona are with 2-1. But yes, the game Bayern and Benfica, none of the teams has scored. This is the one of the best games, guys. Those of you who are watching the stream, do give us those likes. So some sort of depressions can be seen coming from Bayern because in the first half there has been no clear opportunities for Bayern. Whereas they are having those positions, they are going for those wide movements, but in the midfields they are lacking, especially the likes of Musiala and Harry Kane, as well as Olise and Gnabry. That is a pass into the box. Musiala into the box. That was a shot, but straight into the hands of Trubin. It was Cabore who got that deflection to it. Get those movements, Harry Kane. Get those movements. Just look at Harry Kane. He looks so sluggish at times. Paulina to Lima, Upamecano, Kim, Paulina, Gnabry, Kimmich, back to Minje. Where are you going to play in the midfields? Go for those crosses. I mean, the crosses are also not being just delivered. Yes, that is what it is. Give those crosses. Every time the passes are just being created just with those midfield passes, you are not being able to score. Yes, try for those crosses. Yes, that is the second one. Damn. I mean, what is wrong with this Bayern Academy? I mean, the players are playing a bit sluggish. Every time if you are not succeeding with those miss passes, and just look at Bruno Lage, he is taking those time, just giving those vital inputs to his players, getting those injuries, those tackles. They are definitely going to take a toll out of you if they concede one goal. Believe me, guys, if this Benfica is going to score a goal, then it will be a uphill task to get that equalizer. That is the 1 minute of extra time of the first half. That is up. You have to make some plans, guys. You have to make those plans. I mean, what has company in store for the rest of this game? I don't know. But yes, this gameplay, if this is going to be like that, I mean, Benfica is playing good, but yes, you have to get those wins. If you are not going good in these aspects, it is very much disheartening. It is really damn disheartening. So yes, just have a look at what happened over here. These stats, it will just recapitulate everything. I mean, the first shot on goal was that from Lava on the 30th minute. Just look at the intensity of this match, guys. I mean, those of you who are watching this stream, just have this. I mean, the first shot on goal between Bayern and Benfica, this was on the 30th minute. That was from Lima. I mean, that was a chance. But yes, after that, it was Kane again. Olise, all those were blocks. Harry Kane, Olise, Musiala, Gnabry, Palina. So a total of 10 shots, but 5 on target. But those were not those big moments which Bayern needed. And definitely they have to do good. Just look at this enormous 435 passes. But what is the use of these passes when you are not going for those aerial crosses, especially from the, I mean, edge of the box into the center? 7 corners being taken, but all denied. Benfica is playing good, guys. Benfica is definitely only with 24% possession. They have done their defensive job too good. And yes, any moment they will do those counter attacks. That is the only technique in the way you can suppress the Bayern. I mean, the record mister. If you want to play against them, you have to go for those counters. This is something which was not expected. At least you should have got one goal or two goal in the first half. And just like take a look over here, Inter has got and Calhanoglu with that penalty. That is the first goal which has come for Inter against Arsenal. So yes, Arsenal were lucky in the previous Champions League matches as well, especially with the likes of those where Arsenal got those things. And yes, PSG they have also leveled scores with Atletico Madrid and the likes of Stuttgart. This is on a draw still now. So what do you guys think that who are going to win the matches tonight out of this? And yes, Barcelona, look at it, they have got their second goal, the winning edge from the likes of Lewandowski. Lewandowski is on a scoring spree under Hansi Flick. He is doing good. But yes, Red Star Belgrade has got a goal. That is a good job. I mean, that is not expected with the likes of NDI and Kanga Krunik. I mean, Milojevic must be proud of his teams. The players, they have done a goal. That is a good job. So yeah, Stuttgart, Atlanta, these are the five matches which we are watching, and it is the halftime in between Bayern and Benfica. Do you guys think that there is some sort of change which is needed in the squad? I don't think so, because just look at the performance of Benfica. They have been down to their defense, defending it well, and by trying to go into the edge of the boxes, they are just getting those interceptions, and that is definitely doing their job too good. But yes, if you talk about the scoring chances, they are getting those opportunities, but they have to be clinical. This is what is happening for most of the matches for Bayern this season, especially in the Champions League. They are getting, I mean, the nerves, they are not getting that thing too good. You have to take those chances, guys. You have to take those chances unless and until there is some sort of mishap by Benfica in their defense. This has to be something which definitely needs to be created. That is the Benfica clash over here. But how is this formation going to help? I mean, is there any sort of tactics which company can do? The team is not performing that good. Bayern is really not performing that good. But yes, the players need to be rejuvenated. The players need to be those kind of approaches, especially on the verge of those clinical finishings. They have to get it done, guys. They have to get it done. If you are not going to get those things, it is not going to help. Certainly it is not going to help. I mean, you have to make those things quite predictable, because every time they are going into the box, just look at this squad. I mean, every time they are going into those counters, they are really being, I mean, too predictable outside the box. How can you just play like that? So yes, guys, there is a break over there, and let me also take a break, because as soon as the match starts, we will just come back, and that is that one goal from Inter and Arsenal. That is what the stats are. So just have a look at the start. The first goal for this Bayern and Benfica, it was that of Lammer who got it. on the 38 minutes. So that is what it is. Do stay tuned, guys. I will be just back in 1 to 2 minutes. I will be just back. There are much of worries for this team, I must say. Guys, we are back, but definitely there is a lot of worry for this team. I mean, if you play like this is saddening. This is really too much disheartening. Just look at the performance. how they have done. Whereas Inter on the other side, they are doing good. They have got that penalty and they have got that lead of one goal. Whereas PSG is on level draws with one goal each. Atletico and Molina and Emery has scored. There is still half time going on in between the match between Bayern as well as that of Benfica. And yes, Atlanta, Lookman has scored for Atlanta. Just look at it, guys. Atlanta is that player who is doing those miracles. He is doing it too efficiently. Every time he is on the field for those matches, Atlanta does it so good. Atlanta really does that so good. Atlanta really plays those games with the likes of Lookman, and it is their. I mean, what a class player Lookman is. Just look at these stats over here. Guys, those of you who are sending those DMs now, I will just deliver your queries after this stream, because if you have to manage this stream as well as if you have to get those aspects, then it becomes too critical. So yes, I will check those and I will just revert back to you after the stream. So yes, the players are seeing coming to the ground. There are expectations that some sort of changes is required, but is company going for those? And that is Pavlidis, and Bruno Lage has made that substitution early. It is Pavlidis, that man from Benfica, who is definitely scoring. Amdoni, he has been just called off to the bench, and it is Pavlidis who is making his mark onto the ground. Pavlidis is that player. He has got those goals. Out of 15 games, he has got 5 goals and he is unknown. But yes, Vincent Company was knowing a bit about Amdoni, because at Burnley, Amdoni was there in the previous season as well as Vincent Company did those trade movements with him. That was it. Benfica has made those changes, and it were the two strikers, the likes of Amdoni and Aktur Koglu. I mean, it is too difficult for me to pronounce, but yes, those were the moments which Bruno Lage definitely needed, and he has made those changes. So, what is in store for the rest of the game? Here it starts. The league phase is on way, and definitely you have to get a win over here if you have to survive, because it's already 3 games being played and only 3 points. So out of the 5 games you have to win at least 4, because 12 points plus 3, 15 points will be quite decent to qualify for those 24 positions out of these 36 in this Champions League. Just have a look at it here, guys. If you get those points, I mean a decent point of 13 to 15 points, in this league phase will definitely give you your 24. I mean, out of those 24 slots, you will get a slot for sure. Kimmich and Palina, Min and Pomacano, Davis, the same squad. But yes, talking about Cabore, I mean, that player, he is looking good. Gnabry is moving in, but there are three players: Davis, Musiala. Damn, is that a penalty? Just outside the box. That tackle was just outside the box. Harry Kane got that tackle. Damn, it was so close to a penalty. So that is Vincent Company talking to the linesman regarding some doubts over to that refereeal decision. But can we see a goal incoming from this free kick? It is too near to the post. So is that Olise or is it Harry Kane who is going to take that free kick? Will be a watch over here. Ooh. But yes, talking about the goalkeeping aspects of Benfica's Turbin, he is really doing those jobs too good. Turbin is definitely doing those jobs too good. So who is going to take that? Is it Kimmich with his right foot or is it Olise with his left foot? Or are they going for Upamecano? What? That a shot that was from Olise. Dang. That was a good shot, but yes, Turbin was ready for those. And he went for those first post. But look at it, there was Upamecano there. Kimmich in the midfield, Palina, Lima, Olise on the right wings, back to Palina. Palina to Olise, Musiala, Lima, Palina, Lima, Olise. Benfica is defending too good, guys. Benfica is defending too good. I mean, they are doing their job, which is required. And especially to talk about Fernandez on the left midfields as well as on the left backs, he is doing too good. On their goalkeeping aspect, Tubin is also doing too good in this game. Meccano got that interception. Kimmich, Min, back to Kimmich, back to Min. Bruno Lage is looking a bit dejected from the sidelines, making some gesticulations to his players to move up high on the pitch. Davis to Gnabry. Gnabry is out of his form, guys. Gnabry is nowhere near to what he was just 2 years back. Kimmich in the midfield, he has got that pass, but that was some interception. Palina back to Min. Palina again, Davis, but that is a missed pass. So yes, that is what those counters definitely Benfica would want, and they have got that. Look at Fernandez block by Min Olise. Damn, Olise has had a fall. That is a bad area which Benfica is getting that ball. Benfica is looking to make some build up. 'Why this referee is not giving those cards over here with these tackles? David Mesa, what a refereeing he is doing. He's so experienced. Then also his cards are intact in his pockets, and he is just not showing anything out of it. 52 minutes of gameplay. None of the teams are just showing. Was that an offside from Gnabry? Yes, these types of passes are required. You have to make those runs. Lamo to the right backs for that cross to Harry Kane. Lamo at the right backs. He is a good one over here, but some look at the formation of Benfica. They are maintaining their formation so disciplined. They are not going for those outright movements. Harry Kane into the box, single-handedly going for those dribbles. This is what the moment you have to take, guys. You have to make those moves. Only passing and scoring will not do. You have to make those moves. One, two, three, four. Seven of the Benfica players are down to their defense. You have to make those moves. You have to make those passes to the mid of the box. No substitutions from Vincent Company in the first half, but yes, Beste and Palvades, the two players coming on pitch for Benfica in the second half, and Pavlidis after making his mark, whereas Akhtar Koglu is also being substituted. So he has two substitutions early for Benfica. But some sort of changes is required from Gnabry as well as Olise, because they both are not looking that decent in form. Lamo back to Upamecano, Min, Davis, Gnabry is there with his left cross. No, suddenly all the crosses are going so grounded from Bayern. Those shots with power to the top edge. Lamo to Olise, but that is a miss. Will that be a substitution? That is Di Maria. He is coming onto the pitch. Just look at that. Di Maria and Leroy Sané, both. Di Maria for Benfica, and that is Leroy Sané. So who is that who is going to be substituted? Yes, that is Olise and that is Aktürkoğlu from Benfica. They are making their moves, and Leroy Sané and Di Maria are on the pitch. Look at that legendary player Di Maria who is there. He has got so many experience. And talking about Leroy Sané, he has also got so many experience. And Di Maria is just seen making his moves. So Bayern needs two wingers, the likes of Gnabry and Sane on the wings. Present company tries them to be bit wide. Kimmich, Min, Davis, Harry Kane, Lama, Sane with his right footer. Yes, Sane has got that cross. Just look at it. Yes, upon the incoming of Di Maria, there has been a look from the Benfica forwards making those speedy movements. And yes, that was Musiala. It is Pelina with that shot. Yes, now things are opening up. Benfica is now looking a bit widened. These are the things which I was saying in the first half. You have to go for those, crosses from the wings. Every time man was seeing making those moves, trying to make those midfield passes, that is definitely not going to make. You have to go for those crosses. Davis doing single-handedly what he can do. Back to Kimmich. Lima, take that shot, Lima, take that shot, damn. Leroy Sané, Kimmich with that shot, that is Musiala, Lima, no. What a confusion that was. That ball was on a free space in between Musiala and Lima, and both just hesitated to take that shot. But Lima going for those eager movements, every time Lima goes for those eager movements, he is a quite restless player. Lima is a definite restless. Kane, Leroy Sané, movement is there. That was a good shot from Leroy Sané. Yes, things are now building up. But Turbin is making those saves really good. Turbin is definitely making those moves really good. So is that some card off card going to know the referee is now doing those jobs too ugly over here, not giving those cards. It's already 60 minutes on the clock. And after the substitution of Sane, some sort of movement is seen from the wings. That is what I am talking about. Just look at this. That was some kind of tackle misspell from Upamecano but safe into the hands of Manuel Neuer. Yes, Inter are still leading with one goal against Arsenal. And still no goals being scored in between Bayern and Benfica. Tactically, both the teams are playing so good. Bayern going for those build-ups in the press, and Benfica staying deep in their defense, trying to get something out of those counter-attacks and speedy runs from Di Maria. But do you think the likes of Di Maria as well as that of Pavlidis, they have got Beste as well in the attacks? I'm waiting for those moments when Beste is going to make those moves. because he is quite lethal. So yes, in the game against Inter and Arsenal, with that penalty, Inter are still there. What was that message? But just look at this score, guys. It is Barcelona. I mean, they have scored 5 goals. Red Star Belgrade are being crushed. The ball was off the pitch. So only one substitution made by company, and it is Leroy Sané only. But yes, I think some sort of movements are needed because Musiala is also not looking that good in his form. But yes, Bruno Lage has done his homework too good. Abilities and Koksu are trying for those build-ups with the likes of Di Maria, and Benfica is now opening up a bit. Upamecano with that challenge, he gets past. It is Harry Kane. Harry Kane to Leroy Sané on the wings. Harry Kane, Leroy Sané with that shot. What a boom shot that was! That is what Leroy Sané is capable. But yes, Turbin had a touch to that, but that was a power shot from Leroy Sané. Get those corners taken too good, guys. Just get those corners too good. Davis to Sane, Kimmich on the right wings. Musiala is not getting those good touches. Kimmich, Palina, Sane is seen making his moves. Sane is there. That is Lima. Will he go for it? It is Musiala with that back heel. That is a good gameplay propping up. Upamecano, Kimmich. But look at the involvement of Palina. What is he doing? That is Kim. He is one-on-one against. That was a safe challenge. And ultimately things are looking cropping up for both the teams. They are going for those moments. So yes, the teams are opening up now, and we can see the expectations are there that there can be a goal from either of the teams, and it can happen at any time. Lima to Leroy Sané, Sané to Palina, Lima again, building up Harry Kane. What a pass that was from Harry Kane! But yes, Leroy Sané saves it good. Gnabry and Kim getting it. Davis. Move to the wings, guys. Move to the wings. I mean, every time they are looking so centered. The whole of the game is being played on the center of the pitch. Move to the wings. That is required. Gnabry has to make those moves on the left wings. Gnabry to Lima. Lima take that shot. No. Leroy Sané with that cross. Musiala! Yes! The first goal for Bayern has come. Damn, man. That is what was needed. What a game this is going, man. Technically talking about both the teams playing level at par with each other, and this is back-to-back game where Musiala has scored with headers. I mean, Musiala not scoring with his feet in the Bundesliga. In the previous game, he scored with his header, and in this game also, he has scored that with that fortunate assist from Harry Kane and getting that ball into the box. He was just so much of empty space was there, and that header got that perfect touch to it. That is the goal which we were requiring. Come on, guys, you have to do it. That is the Mia and Mia moments. Make it happen, guys. Make it happen. This is the confidence you need to have. So yes, getting that first goal. Now it's time to just unleash hell at Benfica. This is the moment which we were waiting for. So Musiala getting his first goal of this Champions League season, and that too with a header. What is that, a VR check to it? Damn, that is a VAR check. Refereeing is being too good, apart from a few of the tackles which were not given card. Goal check is over, and that is a goal. This goal has been declared good. So this is the first goal for Musiala in the Champions League, and he has got that opening. Come on, guys, come on. Guys, those of you who are sending me those DMs on the Insta as well as on the FB or in the Discord, I will just check after this live stream. Do wait for those moments. After this live stream ends, I will check those and revert back to you. So yes, a one goal lead in just 65 minutes, and Bayern has done that job. Good job, guys. No complacent, no complacent attitude in the defense. That is a free kick for Benfica on the 70th minute. Di Maria takes it, but yes, came with that interception. So yes, in this game, if you talk about Kochu, what is he doing? I mean, some of the Benfica players, if you talk about, they play so rusty. I mean, some of the tackles in this game, it was really too challenging and too harsh. So Kosu getting his yellow card. This is the second card of the match where Kabore has got, and it is Kosu. So yes, but we need to make some substitutions from the likes of Gnabry. Yes, that is what Gnabry is being substituted, and it is Kingsley Coman. Coman coming onto the pitch in place of Gnabry. Gnabry is looking a bit down of form, some sort of movement. I mean, the goals incoming from those counters from Gnabry has to be seen. Otherwise, he needs to be just sold or to be some loan aspects in the winters. Gnabry has done a lot for this, but at the end, it is the performance which is going to matter for that season. The previous season, he didn't have that much of time to play. This season, he is fit, but he have to get those score sheets counting on his name. Command to the left wings, get that cross. What Leroy Sané was into those mid part of the box. So yes, Kinsley and Sane, they have to make those moves. Much of expectations and much of pressure on their shoulders as well. Just look at the performance. Olise new to the squad, new this season is all. On the first starting lineup, whereas Leroy Sane and Kingsley Coman, Musiala gets that yellow card also for that challenge. So first card for Musiala in this game. That is what I am talking about. If Kim is moving up or Upamecano is moving up for those aggressive presses, then Palina has to stay in this defensive lineup, maintaining it good for the team. Thanks for listening to 8 Wins and Company. And in the defensive aspects, from the Bayern, staying Palina, Upamecano as well as Kim deep on the defense is good, because those are the press movements when either one of Upamecano or either one of Min Jae Kim is just pressing high up, then one of those Palina, who is good physically as well as he has got those destroying capabilities in the midfields, he has to stay deep. Leroy Sané cutting in. See, this is the movement I was talking about, which Leroy Sané is making after his substitution to the game. He is just moving in, cutting into the midfields and creating those opportunities, running in from the mids. Kingsley Coman going for those right footers, but safe into the hands of Ruben. But yes, talking about Benfica, they are playing too good, man. Benfica is playing too good. They have denied so many chances for Bayern. But the thing which they are lacking is in their long counter passes to their striking aspects of Di Maria so far. But at any moment, if they go for those wide controls, it will be too lethal. Coman, Palina, Kimmich, edge of the box, Lama. Look at it. Another aspect where the ball is in possession, no one is in the midfield making those moves, whereas Palina is staying too lame in those positions. Palina should drop down and should give Kimmich those midfield opportunities. Coman has dribbled past his into the left wings. That is Leroy Sané, but that first touch was not that good. Fernandes has been seen making those moves from the left midfields. That player from Benfica is also doing too good. Fernandes is a young player and he is making his moves too good. Coman again on Musiala. Musiala just had, was it off for a goal kick or is that a throw? See, another aspect is that when one of the players from Bayern are going to those far posts, none of them are staying on those wide post areas. Three of the chances which I have seen that they have not capitalized good and they are wasting away those chances. I think there is some sort of tactical playmaking change which company has brought into the game, where the players are not going wide to the post and they are staying too close to the midfields. Lima, Kimmich, Oman, back to Neuer, Neuer to Davis. Davis to Kimmich. Musiala dribbling in. Lima there. Again in the midfield there is a wide gap. All the players are staying in a line in the attacking aspects. Alina to Upamecano. Kimmich to Upamecano. Upamecano finding that Davis to the left wings. Davis moving in, trying to cut in. Passes from the corners are not looking that lethal from the Bayern in this game. I mean, those lofted as well as those crosses. I mean, lofted passes as well as those crosses from the wings are not taking that shape or that turn which is required. All those passes are so grounded. Musiala came back to Lima. Sane on the wings. Just look at this movement from Sane. That is what is required. You have to make those moves. You have to go for those wide areas. That is the aspect where you can get your opposition changing their formation, getting them out of shape. Then you can get those passes. I mean, when both Musiala as well as the likes of Olise are playing, they are just playing those stereotype games. They have to just make those moves. Sane to Lima, what a tricky pass that was. Is that a corner? Yes, that is. What a form Sane is showing. So yes, Bruno Lage is talking something to Pavlidis. He wants to make those tactical inputs into the game. Still 12 minutes plus stoppage time left in it. So Kochu has been just called to the bench and it is Cabral making his presence. So talking about big victory, it is not going to happen for Bayern because their players are not still not in that good form. Lima on the right backs, back to Pomecano, Kimmich, Kimmich finding Coman to the left wings. Just look at those dribbles from Coman and Sane. Lima, get that shot, bro. Get it, hit it. You are late, man. You are late. See the inputs of Coman and Sane, and with their playmaking, things are just turning good looking in those attacks into the midfields because there has been those presence where they are making those moves outside the edge of the box and they are trying to give those passes. Harry Kane trying to make a turn out of it, but no, that was a tackle, and the referee has said that there is a free kick in favor of Benfica. So when is that moment when Benfica are going to make those spread in their defense? Because it's still 80th minute on the clock and they haven't yet opened up their formation. What a challenge that was from Renato Sanchez. Harry Kane. Benfica is looking a bit widened up. What a shot that was from Harry Kane. Harry Kane is looking a bit desperate at times. So it was that cross from Sane from the wings that we were talking about in the first half, and that just made the difference in this game so far. But still 10 minutes plus stoppage time left in it. It is definitely going, this gameplay is going too tough for the Bavarians. Kim to Davis, back to Kimmich. Benfica are moving a bit high on their defensive lineup. That is what is required. Musiala is making his moves into the wings. No, he has given to Coman, back to Kane. It is Kimmich. Will he go far? That shot, what a power shot that was, but wide of the post. He would have got that so close, man. That was dang. That shot from Kimmich, it was Sane getting that interception. Upamecano, Kimmich, Sane again. There is Musiala in the midfield. Yes, he is. That was a pass from Sane. Too good. So Davis is staying deep in the defense. But the involvement of Palina in the game, I'm not being able to understand. I mean, he is looking like an odd man out there in this formation. Fernandez trying to find Pavlidis. Yes, he has, but straight into the hands of Manuel Neuer. So this is what Benfica is now opening up, and it is 83 minutes of gameplay. They are going for those presses. Di Maria into the box. That is Coman with that tackle. Back to Di Maria. Spread to the wings. Spread to the wings, guys. Just get those moves to the wings. Benfica are trying to get some build-ups. Renato Sanchez, Silva. What was that? Fernandez is that player. He is really doing good. I mean, Fernandez definitely has a good stint in this game so far. Upamecano with that interception. Harry Kane, Leroy Sané is there, but that was a bit overpowered. Couldn't get a touch to it, but still he has got that position moving into the box. And he find Koeman or Musiala. No, that was a block. Talking about that player Fernandez as well as Silva, they are doing job good, too good, guys. I mean, Benfica from their left midfields as well as their left backs, they are doing too good. So it is finally Renato Sanchez, who has been previously associated with the Alliance as well as the Bayern, is now called off for the substitution from Benfica, and Bruno Lage has brought in the likes of Raul Heiser into the squad. One goal up in this game. Still 5 minutes plus stoppage time left in it. Lama to the right wings. Will he get that to the... Damn, that is a corner. Yes, it is. A corner incoming for Bayern. That is Sane going to take. Leroy Sane is in a good form in this game with that left footer. That was for Pelina, but no. Musiala has got those defensive abilities. So yes, refereeing in this game has been quite decent and at times, but yes, this referee is a quite experienced guy and he has done his job good. Kimmich, Musiala, Lima has Harry Kane over there to the far post, but it was Otamendi who denied that. Otamendi is looking furious because the Benfica players were on a substitution. No, that guy was just injured and he was down on the lines. Another corner for Sane. What a goalkeeping Trubin is doing. Just look at that goalkeeper Trubin from Benfica. I mean, he has got so many saves in this game. And especially talking about his parrying movements, he is just deflecting those through balls into the box. He is doing so good. Trubin is doing so good for Benfica. Upamecano, Musiala to the wings has got Davis. Oman back to Davis. Kimmich, Palhina, Minje Kim, Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer has a fall. Dang. What is happening with Manuel Neuer? Davis, Coman, Harry Kane. Build up is looking good. Benfica is opening up. Musiala dribbling in. Why Musiala is trying to go that so soul? Lama moving in. Leroy Sane. Sane to Lama. Back to Sane. Sane with that cross for Coman. But yes, that was a good deflection. And yes, Arajo is doing so good for Benfica. Talking about their defensive, Araujo, Otamendi are looking so good. Kane with that shot, but he has got that interception to Leroy Sane. Look at that. Otamendi denying those headers. I mean, Benfica is really playing so good. 89 minutes, 1 minute plus stoppage time. Kimmich to Pomecano, Palhina, Kimmich, Palhina, back to Kimmich, Upamecano, Neuer. Neuer goes for those clearance. Fernandez with that header. Upamecano tries to get in. It is Palhina. Some sort of process being built up. That is Pavlidis into the box, but yes, the band defense was there. That is Kimmich. He has found Harry Kane. Harry Kane for Coman is there. Coman, take your time. Don't go for those hurry moments. There is Musiala back there. Damn, Araujo is such a great player. I mean, he is doing those centre backs as well as right backs movement so good. And Harry Kane is not doing so good. I mean, Harry Kane is not even making those moves. He is not even going for those passes. But yes, he has got that fortunate assist in this game. That is what is just left of it. 4 minutes of stoppage time being awarded for this game. Benfica has just widened so good. That was a useful ball to Di Maria, and that is a throw for Bayern. So yes, Thomas Muller Captain Muller is now being called onto the pitch, and at the stoppage time of just 2.5 minutes of gameplay left, it is Musiala making his move. So yes, it is that sole goal from Musiala from the box and those Leroy Sané assist. It is that sole goal which is still standing for Bayern. Why is Kim running that? Just clear it. Lima to Sane with that interception. Sane is running. He has got Harry Kane. No, it's Muller. Just look at that late run from Harry Kane. I mean, Harry Kane is just sleeping at times on the field. But yes, that is what his gameplay is. And he has scored so many goals with those capabilities. If you talk about Harry Kane, he is that striker who has got those moves. He has got those shots. It is the different play style which every player prefers on the field. 3 minutes, just 1 minute of stoppage time left. Player is on it to the wings. He still has got the possession. It is Lama into the box. Get that second goal, guys. So yes, this is the defeat which Bruno Lage will get. Talking about this aspect, Bayern didn't perform that well, especially in the first half. It was all that from Benfica, and they forced Bayern to be just that much pressing, but no straight opportunities were there. So 4 minutes are on the clock. When is the referee going to blow the whistle? Damn, 4 minutes are over and still the referee is not blowing his whistle. Is he aware that the game has been just awarded 4 minutes of stoppage time? When is the game going to end? And that is the final whistle. Dang man, thank God. Oof, that was a good pressure move, and it is that second win which Bayern has got. The game is over right now over here, and definitely lot to talk about this, guys. Lot to talk about. I mean, Benfica playing so deep in their defense. They were doing so good in the first half, especially from the likes of Araujo and Otamendi and Silva. They were doing too good. Goalkeeping positions of Trubin, he was wild. I mean, to talk about the goalkeeping aspects of Trubin, he was doing those wide movements. I mean, he was just looking so much good in his form. From where is he getting that energy? It was really a point to look at. Definitely. So yes, that was all about Bayern getting a win over here. And talking about Inter and Arsenal, that match ended up with that sole goal from Calhanoglu. It was a penalty. I didn't watch that much. I mean, I have to watch this. PSG getting against Atletico, Atletico winning in those late stoppage time. That was good. Korea getting that goal. The super sub Angel Korea is definitely a good. And that of Stuttgart losing again to Atlanta. I mean, Stuttgart really has to do something. Stuttgart is looking so good in the Bundesliga at times, but in the Champions League, they are not getting those edges, as well as Barcelona crushing Red Star Belgrade. Damn, Red Star Belgrade scored twice. That is decent. They have done it. That means Barcelona were too high up in their centre backs. This is what the aspect might have been because Red Star Belgrade calling for Milson and Mvumpa. I mean, these were the two men who scored. So Barcelona must be staying so high up. Just look at Kunde. He has got 3 assists. Damn. What is Hansi Flick doing with the Catalans? I mean, he is turning this La Masia every game they are playing. They are scoring 5 goals, 4 goals, 6 goals. What is Barcelona doing? I mean, just give me those. I mean, what are the cheat codes which Hansi Flick is using? Then also, but yes, from the German team, Hansi Flick was just debarred, as well as from the Bayern, he is out. But then also, he is a good coach. He is definitely guiding his team and Barcelona 2 victories. That is a good watch to have also. So yes, finally moving on to our Champions League table. What are the table standing? Liverpool, no loss, no draw, are on the 4 wins. Sporting CP, second. Monaco with no loss, yes. Brest, yes, they had a win. Brest is at number 4. Dang. Inter Milan at 4. Inter getting this win. Barcelona has clinched to the 6th position. 3 wins out of 4. Barcelona, you are given the Champions League. Borussia Dortmund 4. Yes, Dortmund has won. They have what Dortmund is going in the Champions League, but in the Bundesliga they are not. Aston Villa getting that defeat today, so yes, dropped down in the points. Atlanta getting that win. Atlanta is looking serious under Gasperini. The likes of Lookman. Oh my God, Manchester City. Yes, they have got 2 wins out of 4. Good. Juventus, Arsenal getting their first defeat of this Champions League season today. Dang, dang, dang. Where Leverkusen 4, 2 wins. Lille, man, just look at this. Monaco is there, Brest is there. I mean, what all other teams? Lille is there, Celtic is there. 4 teams in the top 15, which were not expected. But yes, just half of the Champions League season. Dinamo Zagreb is there. Dang. Bayern has moved to the 17th position. Just look at it. This Champions League stage is looking a joke, guys. Because let me tell you clearly that if your team is getting a point of around 12 to 13, or yes, on the verge of 12 to 13 points, then you are definitely going to be on the top 24. Take my words, guys. It is a good anticipation. I have just done all those supercomputer tricks, everything regarding that, how many points are required to qualify for these top 24 spots out of these 36. You have to just get 12 to 13 points. That is enough to clinch a position in the top 24. But yes, if you are a fan of your team, you definitely want every win. So yes, with this win, just look at it. I mean, two of my favorites, Bayern and Real Madrid, 17th and 18th. What are we going to do if we don't get anything? Bayern is on 17th. Just look at this. I will take a screenshot of this. That after the first, I mean, the half of the first, I mean, this league, half of the season is over. 4 matches being played. Now only 4 matches left. Bayern at 17th and Real Madrid at 18th. Just look at it. I mean, it is looking so wonderful. You will be so much proud of your team that Bayern is at 17th and Real Madrid is at 18th. Dang. If you don't go for those Champions League, I will going to kill you, Ancelotti, as well as company. Benfica 19th, Milan 20th. Feyenoord has got 2 wins. So yes, it is by the grace of 4202. Just look at, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams. 4202. Just look at this stat, guys. I mean, 4 games, 2 wins, no draws, 2 losses. And what are their points? 6. and goal difference of 4. Dang. So based on the goal difference, Bayern is at 4, Real Madrid has 2, Benfica has 2, Milan has 1, Feyenoord is -3. So just look at these stats over here: 21, 22, 23. Atletico Madrid is -4. PSV Eindhoven 2, but yes, they have just won a game. Lots of happening going in the next 4 games, but yes, RB Leipzig has to get 4 wins out of 4. Leipzig has to get, just look at the stats where Leipzig is standing. Leipzig has to get 4 wins because they have got no wins. Sturm Young Boys, Red Star Belgrade, Slova Bratislava. Okay, that is fine, but Leipzig has got no wins in the Champions League. Dang. So yes, that is all about for today's team, guys. I won't waste much wait. I mean, not much of your time I will waste. This is what all was left, and we will make a compiled video. And I have to watch all the matches. Last night, after watching all the matches, it took me 5 hours. I mean, after their stream, it took me more 5 hours to watch all the matches, and then I had to make those videos. So that is all about it. And after just closing this, I will watch the other matches and do upload the video tomorrow morning. So stay tuned to it. And before ending this video, just give us a like and give us those best moments which we are required. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Keep bowling.